Hi everyone, it's me Lisa from Lisa Knits and Vlogs and Eden Vlogs Fitness. I don't know how I keep getting it right, but I do get it right.
You got it.
And I'm here to let you know I finally finished my baby blanket. A lot of counting, a lot of thinking. Glad it's over and done with. Till next time. It'll be another couple months before I do it. I did the Geo blanket, and it does say woolly. I did the baby blanket. There's three sizes: baby, lap, and throw. The baby is 66 centimeters by 81 centimeters. The lap is 109 centimeters by 117. The throw is 138 centimeters by 152 centimeters. Using the woolly, the yarn they used is the woolly 8 ply, 104 grams by 50 gram wool. I didn't do that, and I'll show you the yarn that I did use in a minute. Now, if you do the baby blanket, 7 balls of 728 meters. The lap is 17 balls at 1768 meters. The throw is 28 balls at 2912 meters on 4 circular knitting needles. But I didn't because I used a size 5mm circular needle, 2 stitch markers, and a yarn needle. Yarn needle to sew in your ends and to sew in if you had to add more yarn. The stitch markers are for your border. There's the graph because that's how the triangles turn out. And then the first, what we do is, because I am doing I did the baby one, so I had to cast on 129 stitches. For the lap, it was 213, and for the throw, 269 stitches. Then using your preferred method, we like the long tail cast on. I don't do the long tail because I don't like doing the long tail.
What's a long tail?
The long tail is when you grab a big bit of yarn and you cast on with that long tail.
Okay.
I don't like doing that, and I always do the way that I do it. So then your first row, we knit 8 stitches. We place the stitch marker, knit to the last 8, and then we place the stitch marker. That's where the 2 stitch makers. Then after that, you knit 13 rows, slipping the stitch markers backwards and forwards. And then you work 8 rows. If you're doing the baby blanket, there is 28 rows all up. So because the baby blanket only takes 8 blocks of 28 rows, the lap is 12 and the throw is 16. So depending on what size you're doing, the baby blanket is 76.5 centimeters. The throw is 1,112.5, and the throw is 1,407.5 centimeters from start to finish. So every odd one we knit to the end. Every odd is, so every even is the pattern. It depends on how you go. You guys, I got this from the shop, where we went with Knitting Club, but the designer is designed by Emily Bolden, Bolduan, Woolly Yarn Co 2020. But if you look up the Woolly Geo blanket, you'll get the same one. I know another content creator did look it up and she got it. And I don't know if she's actually knitted it as yet. I don't know. I haven't asked. But that is it. Now, this is how it has turned out. And it is all finished. Now, I started off with the purple. And there's my band. The 14 rows. Now, the stitch markers work on the side. So you knit the 8, you got the stitch marker. And then you do the row 1 where you knit to the end, and then to the last 8, place the stitch marker back over and do the 8 rows. Then when you turn around and do row 2, you knit the 8, place the stitch marker on, and then you do where the pattern is, and so on and so on. So it'll end up with being like these triangles. So one way is the triangle goes, one way the triangle goes this way, and then the other way it goes this way. So the knitted ones are this way and the purl ones are this way. So the first 15 rows one pattern, and then you do from row 16 to 28 the other way. So you'll knit one way. I think it was knit one. The first 15 rows, you'll knit with the purl. And then when you go back, it's 16 to 28. It's the purl with the knit. And then I done it in the lilac. So I decided to do it in 2 colours.
Looks pretty.
That is how it is. And now I'll be able to put it in my diary, my journal, that was gifted to me by Catherine from Roseland Garland Creations. I will put her in the description box like I do with, well, I'll put Eden's in. And I think it is under here somewhere, Eden. My book, which is here. This book is what I'll put it in. And I'll put both Eden and Dawn in, Eden and Catherine in. But I used 100% acrylic Big Twist Value. 380 yards to 60 ounces, 347 meters, 170 grams. 4 for the blanket, 3 for the adult jumper, 1 for the hat and beanie. It's the skeins per project, that's what that is. Find the thousands of projects, ideas at joannes.com/projects, www.joannes.com/bigtwishyarns. That's where you'll find it, but I know you guys, your Joannes are closing down, so that you can use a US 8 or a 5mm knitting needle. I use the 5mm, a US H8 and a 5mm for me crocheting hook, and a size 4mm, a 5 medium. Sorry guys, my video had just finished and I thought I'd better turn it off just while we're talking, because I don't want to start another one just yet. And then it is machine washable, low iron, do not bleach, do not tumble dry, dry flap. Suggestions: please purchase a significant quantity of one dye lot a lot to ensure uniformity of the colour in yarn completed projects. It is in colour lilac. The other one was purple because I put the other one of these over in my stash down. This is where this one's going to be going. There's the address, but this was gifted to me by Dawn Yarn Doll. She had sent it to me so I can give it a try. And this is all I got left of the lilac. And I have a full ball of the purple. And I do have other colours. I think I've got a couple more colours that Dawn sent me, which I'm going to be using as well. But I'll use these ones up first before I use the other ones. That's going into my stash down. The hashtag stash down 2025. And I'll have to make, when I put that one in, I will need to add up how much meterage I've used and how many labels I'm up to, because I am not sure how many labels I am up to at the moment, so I better do that so I can make another video for you guys so you know. And I'm just writing down the date on here so I know I've finished that one. And that is that. And yes, so that's that one. That's that down. Then now I can go back to finish my scarf that I have going, which is downstairs. I will bring that upstairs now, and I can be able to do that one, finish that one, start the next one. I'll probably start another scarf, because I do have 2 patterns in scarves, so I might start making both of them.
Cool.
At the same time. So I've got that one going. I'll start this one up here. And yeah. So I will put Dawn, Catherine and Eden in the description box. Please, both Catherine and Eden do need watch hours and family friends. And if you don't mind going over and helping them, that would be great. That'd be much appreciated. And just, give them a thumbs and a love heart or something. And please like and comment on this video. Even if it's a love heart, thumbs it. That will help us out greatly. And we'll see you on the YouTube streets. Bye. Eden.
Bye.
Bye.